Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play of Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. My name is the Flightless Player, this is your story-based gaming channel, and our stories so far. Layton and Luke return to their own time to get a better understanding of the case. Back in present-day London, they seek out Chelmy, who was also at the time machine demonstration. The two set out for Scotland Yard in the hopes that the inspector could shed some new light on the case. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazingly awesome day today. As we are here in Chelmy's office, we're about to head to the police archive to dig up the files on what happened 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years seems to be a common theme here. Something happened 10 years before this, and then something happens where 10 years in the future. I'm pretty sure that's all connected somehow. We open up Layton's journal here. The leather notebook. Laura was waiting for us in my office. She seemed terribly upset that we went off without her, but given the danger the family poses, I'm glad we didn't take her along. I can't conduct my work with her in tow as I've done before. It's just too dangerous. Luckily, she's left the room for a bit, giving us an opportunity to find the notebook before she returns. I feel guilty for leaving Flora, but I simply cannot get her wrapped up in such a dangerous situation. I'm sure she'll understand. Our next stop is Scotland Yard, where I hope to meet Inspector Chelmy. I'd like to hear his opinion on what happened at the time machine demonstration. How many puzzles do we have done? 54. And we've used about 32 hint coins. Headed down to the archive. Hello? Look at all the cases the police have encountered. It's ever so gloomy in here and musty. All that for a hint coin? I mean, I don't mind a hint coin. I was just hoping for like a puzzle or something. These shells are so dusty, they turn my hands pitch black. I hate it when I'm randomly clicking, because this game is played in this, window, and I got my recording to the left. So when I'm clicking like over here, I'll click off screen and I'll click on my recording and I'm like, stop doing that. Welcome to the archive. I got the other files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. Ew, these documents are all mildewy and covered in dust. These files are off limits to most people. You're the first one to touch them in a long time. I see. Hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret after all. Of course, I understand. I like how you can actually see Layton in the background. That's cool. You know, it seems like the inspector's always yelling at you. Don't you ever get tired of it? Is that so bad? Sure, he scolds me, only when he has good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh. I make a lot of mistakes, so I get yelled at a lot. He's always telling me I lack insight on cases and don't pay attention. Which is completely understandable. I don't get distracted. I just get distracted and then I make mistakes. Aw, chin up, Barton. Everyone makes mistakes. Heck, I make them all the time. I goof up pretty bad sometimes. But just the other day, I found myself in the most ridiculous predicament. Alright, this one is called Park the Car. It seems to be a pretty easy one overall as well. You need to get your car into the parking spot marked by the flag in the middle of the grid below. As you can see, you can only enter the spot from one side. When you encounter an X, you must turn left or right. When you encounter a circle, you must continue going straight. Also, your car is a bit of clunker and can't go in reverse. From your car into the parking lot. Where's the parking lot? Oh, that is a parking lot. So basically... Oh, there's my car. There's my car. Okay, so... You must go left or right. When he encounters circling, must continue going straight. So obviously if I go this way, you can't go this way. Because then you just run into a wall. So you have to go this way. Then you have to go this way. Then you go this way. Then you can go... Well, you have to go this way. Go this way. That's not gonna work. Try from the end. Okay, if I go this way, I'll hit this X. And then I could go that way and hit that X. Then go that way and hit that X. Then I go this way. That doesn't work. So I gotta go this way. Can't go this way. Yeah, I can't go that way. So if I go up here, I run into the wall. If I go down here, I go here. Then I go up this way. What if I go right here? And go this way. I can't go up there, so I gotta go down here. Which means I have to go here. Which means I can either go up or down. If I go down, I go this way, then that way. Nope, can't go that way. If I go up, I can go right, down, can't go that way. Up, left, can't go that way. I have to go down. If I go this way, hey, they're right there. If I go this way, and like this. Yeah.
This one's as good as solved. No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Once again, start from the end and work your way back. Seems to be a common strategy that works really well. Nice drawing. You had to circle all the way around the parking lot just to get to space. Kind of knowing that you can't just pull in straight, huh? Wonderful work, Luke. I bet you never gave the professor any cause to yell at you. Well, he's not really the yelling type. But it's true, I never let a puzzle go unsolved. I got his reputation to protect. Oh dear, I never considered the possibility that my goof-ups would harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Barton. What's most important is you try to do your best. If only I could convince the inspector to see things that way. Luke, come here. I think I found what we're looking for. What is it, Professor? The file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find, Professor? Let's just say, I'm very confident that the Prime Minister is still alive. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London, where he's being held. By the way, I'm a little bit congested and stuff. I've been fighting an illness. So if I sound weird today, that's why. You think it might be trapped in the future? It really, affects me when I try to do voices. Like Barton's voice, I can't get that high pitch like I did in that previous episode very well. Perhaps, let's bring this discussion to the inspector. She doesn't tell me doesn't play on ladders. Well, Nico doesn't like ladders, so. Hold on, always talk to people. I find a nice cup of tea helps focus the mind. Delicious, delicious tea. Yeah, thankfully we don't have that minigame again. I hated that minigame. And it's not that I hate the minigame, I hated how you had to go back and forth to try to get someone to trigger the conversation. Well, did your investigation bear any fruit? It did indeed. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago? Yes, I was there ages ago, it was. Remember, I had just been promoted to assistant inspector. I see. And do you remember the names of the scientists that have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me now. One man's name was Allen, Dimitri Allen. Is Stungum gonna be in here? Were there 2 scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Huh. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of the lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the building next door. Strangely enough, though, I think both the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative, Inspector. Good, because I got a few questions of my own. How do you think this whole case relates to my current one? This is just a theory, a latent theory. But I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. You mean to say he's being held a captive in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe. But I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future. If this is your idea of a joke, I'm definitely not laughing. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you'll be among the first to know. Come, Luke, let's be off. Now wait right there, we had a deal. Surely you've got something for me that's more than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I told you as much as I know at the moment. Now, please excuse us. Alright, he obviously doesn't believe me. Probably rightfully so. Done a really good job at finding all the puzzles so far. Although then again, there could always be a puzzle I missed, but it's not in the shop because it's a location that we can go back to. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Cog's waiting for us. Okay, Professor. We advanced some of the story. So it's possible there may be new puzzles here. Nope, nothing here. Aha! Oh, it's you again. Where are you heading now? Small fire? I can't say, it's a secret. Well, I was gonna offer you a puzzle. You look like you're in a hurry, so forget about it. What's that? You got a puzzle that needs solving? Oh, I got your attention now, don't I? Checkerboard. Checkerboard. There are 3 sheets of transparent plastic with 3 different patterns painted on them. If you lay them correctly, a checkerboard pattern appears. The order in which you lay them is important. You can flip or rotate the sheets. What sheet goes on the very bottom? A, B, or C? Oh dear. It's gotta be one piece that sticks out on some point. That piece right there. If you look at this piece, that piece is blue. That's yellow. This is blue. That's blank. So therefore, it can't be A, because B has to go under A. C could still go under B though, because it's blank. We just know that B has to go under A. So A is out. Now there's got to be another piece that helps us here. This piece right here. That piece is yellow, but it's blue there and it's blue there. Which means B has to go under C.
How about this?
I can't believe I figured that out so easily.
Layton's Apprentice.
B goes on the very bottom, the other sheets are land in the order picture below. Yeah, I can't believe I figured that out so easily. I was just looking for spotting the difference between the three. Splendid first job. Not so bad. I suppose you have to head back to future London now, huh? What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean, no, as long as I don't have to do it alone. Of course not. I'll be right here with you. First on the jet is Sunshine to meet the future Professor Layton, right? That's right. And if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well. You think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything's possible. Luke, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it would be best for you to remain here in our time. What kind of a presence would it be if I let you face all danger alone? Of course I'm going to. You're not going to treat me like Flora. That was a pretty quick chapter overall. Chapter 6. Traveling companion. Why is that in question? Is Flora gonna forcibly join us? Good on her. Oh, now we need to go back because it's a new chapter. Oh, maybe we don't have to go back. Yeah, maybe we don't have to go back. I mean, I don't see anything new. Thankfully, it only takes a second to, like, blaze through. No one's here. Alright, nothing then. A little disappointed I didn't find anything new, but it's alright. I guess this chapter is mostly about the future anyway. Alright, what mischief did you two get yourselves into? Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about. No point playing innocent, boy. Oh, Stachen Scarfin. There's more than you think. They might be slightly obscured, but I do have eyes, you know. I'm slightly obscured. And these eyes can see that claws right on your tail. Hey, don't follow. Say no more, boy. Just know that I'm always on your side. If you call me, I'll come running. Oh, thanks, I guess. Well, we ought to be off now, Luke. I have the feeling that things are about to get interesting. Entire ear is quite dank. Luke, do you remember the secret knock Big Luke used when we last tried to enter the clock shop? Of course, allow me, Professor. Yeah, I don't remember that. Come on in! Welcome back, Professor! Sorry to keep you waiting. Where is Cog, by the way? Oh, same place as always, at the back, take over the clock. Deal! Aw, no new puzzle. Welcome back, you two. I take it you found the information you were after. We did. Hopefully, Luke's not tired of waiting for us back in the future. Yeah, well, we must keep the young sir waiting. Young sir? Did I just call Luke sir? Sorry, it's an old habit for me in the service industry. My mind's just not as sharp as it used to be now. I make mistakes like that often, someone's at the door. Oh, you just can't force your way into a property. It's illegal, not to mention ungentlemanly. Madam, but I'm no gentleman. I'm also the law, and I'm here on an important investigation. What's Inspector Chumley doing here? You told us, didn't you, Inspector? Be that as may, Spring is right. Forcing your way in here is quite rude. Say what you will, Layton. Fact remains that our Prime Minister is missing. If I had to crash a few parts to find him, well, that's how it's going to be. And I'll keep crashing them until you lay your cards on the table, Layton. All of them. I can't believe you, Professor. Oh, hey, Flora. And you too, Luke. Hey, don't blame me. I'm fully on your side here, Flora. Flora. You two ran off and left me on my own again. And after I made you some nice cucumber sandwiches. Flora, please try to understand. We just don't want to put you in a dangerous situation. I don't buy it. The real reason you would take me is because you think I'll get in the way. Now that's not it at all. Flora, you have to understand. You could be put in harm's way. It is for your safety that I don't know anyone else in this town. What am I supposed to do when you two run off? Stare at the wall? Well, now that's really fun. And by really fun, I mean not fun at all. When you put it that way, I can see where you're coming from. No, Luke, listen here. You know, Layton, I think the girl has a point. You may be leaving her behind out of concern, but it doesn't mean much of it upsets you so. Inspector, you too. Sorry to butt in, but we gotta get the show on the road. We can't keep Luke waiting any longer. I have to start her up now. But there are several people here who have nothing to do with the matter at hand. As far as I'm concerned, the more people we got, the merrier. That's ridiculous. I beg you to reconsider. Sorry, Professor, we gotta go. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, what for? Team Layton's blasting off again. Alright, end of line, everyone out, heh. What in the world just happened? My stomach's doing backflips again. What the heck was all that? Step outside and see for yourself, Inspector. That should serve as sufficient explanation. I don't know what you're getting at, but fine. Barton, let's step outside. Just a moment, sir. Feeling a touch queasy. Actually, make that quite queasy. Pull yourself together, Constable. We're going out. Please, don't jostle me. I'm feeling a bit green. Are you okay, Flora? It was a rather shaky trip. I'll say, time travel really takes it out of you. I'm a bit dizzy. Oh no, someone catch her. Okay, good, she's with us. I thought that was gonna be an excuse just to leave her behind. I would have been mad. Seems you got your time legs, Professor. You don't look shaken at all. I suppose I'm getting used to it. Though I say I can't find that process pleasurable. Yeah, squeeze yourself through a vortex time and come out the other side can be draining. Anyway, you probably want to get going, but come see me if you ever need to return to the present. You're a good man. We'd be glad to help you out anytime. Thank you, Cog. If we need anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Suppose these will look nice in my office. Watching this pendulum swing is beginning to make me sleepy. Oh yeah, we got Flora voices now. So glad Flora's here. Sprig, did you happen to see when the inspector and the constable went off to? They went out the front door. There never is a surprise out there, Dio. Thanks for fixing that word palm. Alright. Look at him. Oh my gosh, that's great. All the dots. Are you feeling any better, Barton? Yes. No, yes. Where am I? You're in the future. This is London 10 years in the future, Barton. Oh my. No need to fret, Barton. Everything is fine. Don't worry about me, lad. The inspector is here, and you and your friends are safe. We'll be fine. Exactly. Layton! What's all this? What happened to London? We're still in London, Inspector. We've just been transported 10 years into the future. But that's impossible, isn't it? Was it possible, Layton? One thing is for certain. We're no longer in the London we knew. Well, there will be time for debate once my work is done. I seem to recall you saying something about the Prime Minister being trapped in the future, yes? Yes. I'm by no means certain, but it remains a definite possibility.
Well then, what are we standing around for? The hunt is on, Barton. We'll have to find the Prime Minister.
You know, Inspector, we may have better luck tracking him down if we work together on the case.
Well, that's enough from you, Layton. Fact that remains that you're a civilian. Handle this on my own.
Not a really good idea.
Scouting out us find us on the case now. You no longer need it, Layton.
Yeah, you're about as useful as. What's the other Luke, Professor? Now that you mention it, we never decided on a meeting place. Perhaps it's time to pay Shipley a visit. Of course, he can't get in touch with Big Luke. Shall we head over to Arcade Restaurant then? Aw, the parrot's here.
Gaham, look who's back.
Mr. Stachen Scarfin?
The one and the only. And who's your feathered friend there?
Oh, you mean Ian?
Oh, nice to meet you, Rachel. Gaham, nice to meet you too, bird. Say, seeing as you're a dependable bunch, I got a favor to ask. Lately, I can't get enough of the mushrooms, especially this one, little very delicable and variety. That's where you come in. I'd like you to seek one else fine and bungee and bring it around to me.
A little delectable red mushroom? I have a clue where we can pick up one of those.
Bark, Ian knows, and we'll go grab it. Yeah, that's the kind of can-do attitude I like, bird. Did you really up to the task?
Ian's a regular bird. This should be a stop for him. Ian can now take on requests from people to meet during the adventure. Help Ian complete the task requested in the parrot minigame available in the trunk. The more requests you succeed in filling, the more clever Ian becomes. Complete enough requests to start to help you find unicorns. See if we can help Ian fill every delivery request you come across. So you actually have to work for it this time. Unlike previous games where, you know, they would just help you out. Stachen's Toadstool.
Let's get the show on the road. Open the parent minigame in the trunk and select my quiz. Come on, how can I really find a measly mushroom? Can't get enough of the red mushrooms, just have to bring me one.
We'll do that right now. The pair has generously volunteered to serve as a delivery bird. Unfortunately, the heavy items he has to carry make it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and help him to the recipient by making purchases out of the ropes for him. Yeah, I know how to do this. I mean, we learned how to do this already. Yeah. Why you give me the tutorial twice? Come on. Wow, there's 12 of them. Alright, so... I wonder if you do this. Will you hit the rope or will this bring him forward? Nope. Yep. You'll hit the rope. That's what I thought. How many ropes do I have? 2. Or 3. I was thinking of going here, and then here, and going boing, 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 and then boing, and then here. But that's 4 ropes. So let's see how high he can go. Okay, so let's try this, and then let's try this. Hey! Good job, Ian. Ian, no up but talk, my friends. Our feathered friend. Well done, you complete the request, Stachen's Toadstool.
I knew it just fell up for the job. It's a perfect specimen.
Arg, specimen!
Just go on like that and you'll become a fine delivery parrot. Yeah, people will love you.
Arg, love me? Delivery!
You earn this person's guide too with the expert delivery skills. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to backtrack a little.
Well, it wasn't my favorite set of problem solvers. Thank you for helping me with those boards.
It was nothing really, just a simple bit of thinking and a well-placed cut.
Yeah, well, if it's not much trouble, thinking, oh no.
Oh. I'm not good at these. I'm not good at these. Piece below is oddly shaped and difficult to work with effectively. The best solution is to cut it into 2 squares that combine to form a square. Because of the grain of wood, however, the 2 pieces can't be flipped or rotated after being cut. Draw lines that show where to make this cut, then hit submit. Not good at these. So this has to go here. Or here. What if we cut this and put it over here? I don't know how to do these. I'm not I'm not good at these. I'm sorry. I'm really not good at these. These puzzles are my bane of existence. I'm not this is the type of puzzle I really need in my hands to effectively solve. But unfortunately, I just can't solve these puzzles in my brain because it's just not something I can easily do. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's just gonna be a time when I have to say I'm not gonna be able to solve this no matter how much time I take to solve it. Okay, I always like to say when a puzzle has me beat. This puzzle has me beat because I'm just horrible at these things, and I don't mind admitting that I'm bad at something because then when I solve something, it makes me feel good. But this puzzle has me beat, and that's how you solve it. So yeah, I looked it up. Put the 3 here, then the 2 go down here. It makes a lot of sense now that I realize it, but I only realized it after the fact. Like, after the fact, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so simple. That makes perfect sense. The 3 go in the 3, and then the 2 go down here. Yeah, that's easy, but it's not easy. This type of puzzle just doesn't work in my brain. I have a really hard time breaking this down and trying to put it together. And without any way to manip it, I can't solve this. My brain just doesn't work that way.
Let's see if I've got this right.
And I don't want to waste y'all's time. Like,
well, that's settled.
10 minutes of me trying to figure out a puzzle that I know I'm not going to be able to figure out. Sharp solution. Quite an interesting arrangement, huh? I feel the same way about the sliding blocks. When it comes to the sliding blocks, I'm just not good at those. I'm sorry. It's just not. And especially when there's like 60 different movements that you have to do in a very specific way. That to me is just never, I don't like those reels. I like the reels that make me think about problems. And I know that one makes you think too, but that one's just too visual for me. Yeah, I didn't do it. I don't deserve the credit. Don't give me the credit for that one. Hey, if I go through the entire game and I solve like 150 puzzles or so, and how many puzzles are in this game? If I solve 150 puzzles and I look at the answer on 5 of them, well, 5 out of 150 is really good odds. I could travel back to the present to see about the parent. And thankfully, there's not a lot of places in the present. This game largely is the future. So when it comes to interacting with people, the present is super easy to go through. I don't think I'm gonna find anything now. I'm just predicting right now that there's not gonna be anything new here. Oh, I was wrong. There is something new here. How about that? Hi, I'm Mr. L. Just stop by the campus to say hi to little me. I don't know what world you're living in, but you're mistaken. Oh, look who tagged along. I didn't realize you were there, short stuff. Lady, I'm pretty sure I told you before, but we're on a very important case right now. Stop pestering the professor. We have work to do. And how do you know I'm bothering him? Can you read his mind? Do you know all his likes and dislikes? Can you even say that much? Question of taste. Oh my gosh, what is this? Professor Layton and Luke are chatting in a clothing store. You know, Luke, there's something here that really appeals to me. I think I might just try and negotiate a purpose. Why has caught Professor Layton's eye? What kind of puzzle is this? What kind of puzzle is this? I don't understand this puzzle at all. There's no clue here. There's something that really appeals to me. I think I might just try and negotiate a purchase. I don't even know what the purpose of this puzzle is. This puzzle doesn't say anything. All right, let me go ahead and look up the UK version of this puzzle. See if they say anything different. Because this feels like they don't say anything at all. Alright, UK version. You know, Luke, there's something here that really appeals to me. I think I might just try and negotiate a purchase. Nope, they say the exact same thing. Great. Ugh. I mean, I could try to brute force it. Let's just get one hit, and if it's not there, then... Isn't really into clothes. It's C. It's C. Because it's a question mark. The hanger is a question mark. It's not about the clothes, it's about the hanger.
Here's my answer.
Hey, how about that? One hit was all I needed. One hit was all I needed. The answer is C. Howard, did you realize that the item Professor Layton likes is actually the hanger? Shaped like a question mark. Whenever I see a puzzle, Luke, I can't help but take action. But Professor, I saw a puzzle with a hanger. Yeah, I needed that one hit. I had no idea what the puzzle was asking. But once I got the hint, I was like, oh, okay. So, maybe it's wrong about you, little guy. You got that right. How could I not know what the professor likes? I'm his apprentice. Well, color me impressed. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on you, little guy. You shouldn't really. Okay, we're able to go back in here. So there might be something hidden. Or... Okay, well, there's a hint coin. Not exactly what I was looking for. I'm looking for puzzles, but you know what? I'll take it. If anything, we found one extra puzzle. Not expecting anything here since they're in the future. Alright, if anything, we found one extra puzzle. And that's worth it, right? I mean, I try to make sure we complete every single puzzle in the game. And the more that I find... The more that I find without having to use a guide at the end of the game is preferred. There's always like a couple that are really hard to find or whatnot, but I try to do my best to be diligent. Alright, he's not gonna let me go anywhere else. Actually, I can go that way. That here is way over there, so I can go inside here. Ha. Hey there, folks. You look positively knackered. Have you been out walking all day? Yes, but I can't go into details. Just trust me, we've been out quite the journey. Oh, is that so? Well, you really need to recharge. Nice big meal, but we don't serve hot food here. Sounds like a whip up one of our special ham sandwiches if you ask nicely. That sounds great. But what makes it special? It's all about the order of the ingredients. Plus, it has the extra special secret ingredient. Now, I just have to remember how to make the thing. How's it go again? Lunchtime. Actually, kind of hungry myself. You make this exact sandwich. Oh my god. What the heck? Okay, so you can edit the food. Alright, fine. The ham goes above the potato salad. Is this a potato salad? Yeah. That's definitely potato salad. Because that's lettuce, cheese, tomato, and ham. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. Ham and tomato. Oh, this is not very... This isn't very... It doesn't feel right when you move things around. It's very janky. The ham and the tomato is the lettuce. The cheese touches the bun. Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer. I had it right except for that last one. The ham goes above the potato salad. Ham above potato salad. Only ingredient between the ham and tomato is the lettuce. Cheese touches the bun. Can't the cheese just go down here? Yeah, the ham and the lettuce is the very middle layer. Wait, ham or lettuce? The only ingredient between the ham and tomato is the lettuce. Ham and tomato is the lettuce. So can't we just move this around? It's so janky. Stop it! Stop it! It's so janky to move. Alright, so the ham goes above the potato salad. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. Cheese touches the bun. Near the ham and the lettuce. Yeah, that should work.
Here's my answer.
That is so janky though, moving around
I
the
knew it.
moving around the things. It's just it's very delicious. Now it's time to chow down. Thanks for the help there. Here's your sandwich. Chomp. Oh wow, this sandwich is out of this world. Would have thought potato salad and sandwich would be so delicious. And the crusty bread's a perfect match with tomato and cheese. I love it. You don't love it, well then might keep a couple sandwiches, do you? Irk. Uh-oh, did I spike get caught info? Don't get eat so fast. Ah, every time you talk to me, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, so quit it already. Hey there, young missus. You don't look so well. Are you all right there? No, that is I wrote this fine. I don't think I concerned though. As my way of saying thanks for kind words, here's a puzzle. What's in my back pockets was all squashed, but it placed just fine. Ew. Yeah, it sounds disgusting. 4 jams. Okay, 4 types of jam are combined into pairs and placed on the 4 boxes below. Use this scale to determine the relative weight and label them from lights to heaviest 1 and 4. When you're ready to compare the weights of the 2 jars you set below into the scale, tap the button in the middle. Alright, so let's weigh 1 and then 2. So 1 is heavier than 2. Um, 3 is heavier than 1. And 4 is heavier than 1. What does that mean? That means that 2 has to be the lightest. So 2 is the lightest. Oh! I just realized I'm trying to measure I'm not measuring the blocks, I'm measuring the bottles. So red and green, red or green is the lightest. Well, they could be combined. Yeah. That means they have to be the lightest. If one is super heavy, The other one has to be really light. Or they're both really light. So red or green is the highest. So we know that 2 is lighter than everything else. So red or green has to be below yellow. Which one? There's only one with yellows. This one has blues and red. And we know that 1 is greater than 2. If 1 is greater than 2, that means green has to be the lightest, right? Green is lightest. And then this one is blue. And it's heavier than 2. So blue is heavier than red. If blue is heavier than red, and yellow, both yellows are heavier than blue and red. I think green is the lightest. Wait, green is light. I think this is the heaviest. And we know blue is greater than red. Oh. I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm trying it out.
Cross your fingers.
Oh,
I
look
did
at that.
it wrong? Really?
Look at that expression. That was cool to see, though. You needed to be methodical, hang away the jars of jam. Well, this is blue, this is red. And green are on the side. So that means blue is heavier than red. We got that. And then this one tells us that green is heavier than red. Oh. Green is heavier than red. Green is not the lightest. Because in this case, green is heavier than red because they both share a common type. So, and then this one tells us that blue is heavier than green. So that means blue is heavier than red, green is heavier than red, blue is heavier than green. Okay, so hold on. If blue is heavier than green, and green is heavier than red, and we know blue is greater than red. Yes, we already know blue is greater than red. What we don't know is orange. We know blue is heavier than green, which is heavier than red. But orange is the question mark. So even. 2 times orange equals blue and green. That means orange must be between blue and green. Yeah, orange must be between blue and green. So it's gotta be blue is the heaviest, then orange, then green, then red. Try that. So blue is the heaviest, then orange, then green, then red.
Here goes nothing. Take that,
Nice!
puzzle.
I like that puzzle. That was a pretty cool puzzle. Comparing the blue red box with the red green box shows that blue is greater than green. Comparing the red blue box with the blue green shows that green is greater than red. And find the yellow yellow box is equal to blue green tells you that yellow is between blue and green. Exactly. I like that puzzle. That was great. I like how Flora was the center of it too. Say, nice going yesterday. She got quite the mouth puzzling. That was a great puzzle. I enjoyed that one. Hey, buddy. Is there anything? Yes, I know, not gonna be ignored. Although, I have nothing to ignore. I've done them all so far. Oh, hello again, you two. Are you enjoying your visit to the big city? My visit here? I'll have you know, I was born in the city. Sure you were, whatever you say. What about yourself? Were you born in the city as well? Me, oh no, I was born and raised in Cardiff. Spent most of my time there for well. Not so long ago, I found myself in some rather unusual circumstances and moved to London. It's like a movie, really? A super epic adventure where I'm the star. And speaking of movies, have you heard this one? Picky moviegoers. Picky moviegoers. 6 moviegoers need to be seated at theater, and it's your job to find an arrangement that will satisfy all the requirements. If you sit next to, behind, or in front of C, I can't sit in the front row. I don't like the left or right. I hate the back. Or anything on the right side. Okay. So, I need to draw this. Why you should always have pen and paper. So we have 6 boxes. Alright, we have 6 boxes. So anything but the front or left seats is what F says. So F has to go either in the... F has to go either here or here. I prefer being on the right side, says E. So E has to go either here or here. D, I hate the back row and the left side. So D has to go either here or here. C, I don't like the left or right seats. So C has to go in the middle. B, I can't stand the front row. So B could be anywhere on the back end. I refuse to sit next to or behind in front of C. Next to, behind, or in front of. Okay, so A is a question mark because can't really fill in A until we find C. Now there's one box that doesn't have anyone, and that's this one here. No one's sitting in this seat. So if no one's sitting in that seat, that means that that seat has to belong to A. Because it's the only one that makes sense. So if that's A, and A says if you sit next to, behind, or in front of, which means C can't be this one or this one. So I can cross C out from this box here. And now C is only in one other box, which is this box here, with F and B. So I can cross out F and B because this has to be C. Now if I do that, that leaves only one person in this box and one person in this box. This box is B and that box is D. Now, if that box is D, that means this box, which has E and D, this one has to be E. And that one, that means the bottom has to be F. So, A, D, E, B, C, F. And I swear, writing things down and just writing down possibilities works. Let's double check it, though. I refuse to sit next to, behind, or in front of C. C is over here? Good. B, I can't sit in the front row. Not the front row. C, I don't like the left or right. Has to be in the middle. It's in the middle. D, I hate the back row and left side. Not the back row or the left. That's perfectly fine. I prefer anything on the right side. That's right side. F, anything but the front or left seats. Anything but the front or left. Right there. Perfect.
How about this?
What?
I guess it's back to the drawing board.
But that's right. My solution's right. My solution is correct. I refuse to sit next to, behind, or in front of C. You're not next to, behind, or in front of C. B, I can't sit in the front row. You're not in the front row. C, I don't like the left or right seats. You're not in the left or the right. You're in the middle. D, I hate the back row and the left side. You're not in the back row. You're not on the left side. E, I prefer anything on the right side. You're on the right side. F, anything but the front or left seats. I mean, where's my why is my logic wrong? Where's my logic wrong? I refuse to sit next to, behind, or in front of C. C is over here. You're not next to. You're not in front of. And you're not behind. He's over here. I can't stand in the front row. You're not in the front row. I don't like the left or right seats. You're not in the left or right seats. I hate the back row and the left side. Okay. I prefer being on the right side. Anything but the front or left seats. You're not on the front and you're not on the left. I don't understand this. I mean, this should be working and it's not. And I'm reading it correctly. My logic is correct. Maybe there's multiple answers in the game to just think of it like that. I don't know. So I'm gonna look this one up because I believe I'm right. I am right. I am right. Like, I'm literally looking at the picture from the fandom, and it has it as A, D, E, and B, C, F. Let's look at the super hint here. C gets the most seat in the back row. The only spot left for F then is the back right seat. Keep putting the moviegoers in the seat one time, like I said, this puzzle solved in no time.
How about this? I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. This should be correct. This should be correct. Why is this not working? My logic is sound. One sec. Oh my gosh. So I looked it up online, and one of the first things I found was a GameFAQ post titled Picking Moviegoers Who Else, and it says, by Mega Duran 15 years ago. Who else lost 6 pick rods because they were only switching them in the upright area instead of actually putting them in the empty seats? You had to put them down here. At least I don't feel so bad when there's someone else who literally made a GameFAQ post saying that. This is similar to what a few players did in 098 Card Order Cars Village. They simply shuffle on the cards at the bottom rather than place them on the card-shaped spaces. Pixel 10 here. I'm guilty. I couldn't tell how my answer was wrong until I saw the empty seats. Alright.
This one's as good
what,
as solved.
I don't know what was up with that laugh. Anyway.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
My illness getting to me there with my throat. That was annoying. Because I knew the answer, but it wouldn't let me work. Oh, Ian got a delivery request. File for Adeline. We'll do that next time at the start of the episode. Much love to you, my dear friends. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today, and I will see you again soon on more Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. comment section below. If you play this game, did you make that mistake too? Because I was sure that it was the right answer, and it was the right answer. I just didn't realize the Until next time, my dear friends, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.